Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the continuation of Taiko World Cup 2025. It is the quarterfinals. I am your commentator, Beat43210, and today we're going to be covering the exciting matchup between our current Osu Taiko champions, Japan, and Malaysia. Joining me today is going to be none other than N-Wolf. How you doing?
Hello. Doing good. I woke up to see the result of a USA-Chile match, and I was happy to see my pick'ems be correct. Haha! Looking forward to this match, though.
Yeah. Malaysia, off the back of a very well-hyped-up matchup last week against Australia, has won the right, or the curse, depending how you see it, to face Japan in the quarterfinals of Taiko World Cup. So they're going straight into it. We've missed the rolls. That's very unfortunate. Japan has banned No Mod 5, losing the roll. Malaysia banning No Mod 4 gimmick. And Malaysia's just opening things up with No Mod 1.
Understandable. That was the map Netherlands managed to take a point off of Japan last week. However, last week's No Mod 1 was also quite different from this one. Last week was still more of a consistency test. This one has much more diff spiky patterns, more 1-6, some streams.
Yep, just all sorts of wonderful patterns to keep the players on their toes. We have seen some very spicy results in this map, and we expect more to continue, especially throughout the remaining matches this week. Speaking of which, there is a match happening simultaneously. We do have France and Netherlands, two very hyped up teams in the loser bracket, currently fighting it out for a spot in the semifinals. That is happening simultaneously along with this match. We'll try and keep an eye on it here and there, but if you want the full action in the coverage, do go check out that matchup. Diesel and Yato will be casting that as well. So, if you want to, it's over on the B stream.
Yeah. Notable for them, they managed a huge upset each yesterday, winning on tiebreaker against Australia and Netherlands respectively. And not a lot of people, you can count it with one hand, saw that coming.
Literally nobody. Like, it's been actually crazy how many tiebreakers we saw in between those two matches. Not only the results, but then on top of that, just this week in general has been one of the craziest quarterfinals in all of Taiko World Cup history.
Indeed.
We've had at least 4 tiebreakers.
Yep.
At least. I think that's a record, at least for quarterfinals and larger. But we'll get a check on that once this weekend wraps up and we get the true number. But
it'll be 5.
It could be. But let's see. Can Malaysia add to that statistic? Oh. Okay. Jerry and
Henny missed number 1-6.
So, good start for Japan as all 3 of their players leading out the game. With Riha getting the double S. Vaughn from Malaysia trying to keep things up with a 99.3% opener. However, both Nekamusa and Maimai are at least 0.5% ahead on accuracy.
Yeah, Malaysia had early drops, have another drop right now with Henley missing before the section, but Maimai also trading.
And so far, Japan looking quite comfortable. But as the scroll speed speeds up, will anyone get caught off guard? No. That is...
Yes.
Yeah?
Henny,
oh no, Henny
once again found a miss.
I think Henny got caught in the transition in between 2 sections of the song. A little unfortunate. But Japan's just continuing to show very strong dominance in this opening pick. Riha still on the double S. Vaughn catching up to Maimai. Over, actually equal on... Wait, no, Vaughn's actually ahead of my mind.
Yeah, my mind missed.
Yeah, my mind has missed. So that's combo difference. Letting Bond at least catch up to Japan's third player. However, there is a big choke there. That's going to allow Japan to just get away from Malaysia here.
And he'd missing once again on the stream, leading out of his low BPM section. Ari Hartley, Kumusia do not care about anything the map throws at them. Jerry also holding a full combo. But no, it's not even a full combo. Jerry holding a reverse full combo. Missing very, very, very early the map.
Yep. But Riha still on that double S, looking to show some dominance. But there's still plenty of time for a miss here. Unfortunately, it's going to be Vaughn that's going to be dropping the combo. And that is all we're going to see here. Riha does lose the double S towards the end there. But still, look at that. 99.92 with... What is that? 3-1? Not even 2 100s? Maybe 3? Yeah, 3 100s. That is a very scary score. And with quick efficiency, Japan does take the first point. And very quickly, my Angel error comes in.
Nice, we're going with 3-1. Something they banned last week. But with the hidden hard rock scores, yeah, Japan is able to pull up. I think this is going to be a very, very scary pick.
Yep.
It will feel like it's been 7 modded.
Yeah. Japan, very, very comfortable with free mods. Always has been, as far as they have reigned their dominance. And even though in recent years we've seen free mod count drop from 3 maps to 2, free mod 1 and 2 definitely will be well within their roundhouse just because they have so many proficient players that can handle a lot of these maps that other trio groups just can't. But you never know. You never know. All it takes is one shocker and the opposing side can get a chance.
However, this is a relatively comfortable map. It has some whack patterns, but other than that, it's not terribly difficult to read because it doesn't change the slider velocity ever. And we see Japan have a 4 mod advantage, which is quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. It really is. 6 mods from Japan.
Off the bat, their score cap increases by 240,000.
Yep. No one from Malaysia going double mod. We have Jerry with hard rock only and Kenny with hidden only. Vaughn electing to play no mod. So this is going to be... Look, I dare say it, with how strong Japan has just opened this song, I was going to say that Japan is filled with so much accuracy buffer that they can miss many times and not have to be worried.
And it's still true. I like after that miss, the score lead is still growing.
Yep. I mean, that's a increase of what, 20-something%. It's crazy. It's actually insane.
Yeah, we see 2 misses on the Malaysian side, and Japan, Maimai, holding a double S still. They would actually need to just stop playing for this to be close. Not winnable, close.
Yeah. Let's see. My Angel Eru, My Mind, and Jerry are still on full combos. The final quarter to go. The scroll speed does speed up here. Penny getting caught off guard there. Everyone else pushing through, but Jerry's getting a lot of 100s. Riha does drop a combo. And we get to the finale here. And we're looking at possibly 2 full combos from Team Japan. Mai getting a 1-100 with Hidden Hard Rock. Almost a double S. Yep, ladies and gentlemen. That is a very, very scary score. It is so scary that the client doesn't even want to show the match points for Japan. That's how scary it is. Yeah.
They just found 5 100s and 6 misses as a team.
Yeah.
That's it. Not even a single Malaysian player is able to beat that.
So it is that scary. We have to quickly whack Bancho back to reality. And it is back with No Mod 2.
One of the easier maps of the pool.
Yeah, it's been a very popular tech pick. No Mod 2 actually throughout this entire year has been very popular so far. But I don't know. Malaysia is going to try, but it just seems pretty tough with Japan opening as strong as they have.
Malaysia just needs to hold strong and hope that Japan drops like they kind of did on No Mod 1 last week. To have an opening.
All right. So, No Mod 2, 2 minutes in length, very short, very technically challenging. A lot of snap changes, a bit awkward positionings as well. Accuracy, very hard to maintain. Just because it's just hard to constantly be fluctuating in and out of the rhythm. So, we see Mai struggling out the gate.
But the accuracy is shifting it back to Japan's side anyway. Ariha once again holding a double S. Nikomusia having 1 or 2 100s. Henid finding quite a few, dropping to 97%.
Yeah, it is a very good start for Japan accuracy-wise, but Malaysia's holding up pretty well. Henny will be the first player to drop, but Ariha also dropping back has been struggling a little bit for, consistency in this matchup. But it's the tiniest of windows, and Malaysia just unable to grab it right now.
Henid finding another miss. Giving Japan quite a large playroom to play with. Just they can afford 2 misses. The accuracy is just so strong.
Yeah, and it's only getting stronger as Nekamusa holding a 1-100 run right now, which is incredibly strong. Mai supporting well behind with a 99.7% full combo. About 4 100s. And yeah, the song is going to wrap up. Japan comfortably taking this point. Going to push things to 3-0.
Yep, and it's back to Japan with a pick. They can make it 4-0.
Jerry does get a full combo, 35 100s. Pretty nice. Well, respectable score. And Japan going to stick to their guns. I mean, they won so convincingly with outmodding Malaysia on free mod 1, doubling down on free mod 2.
Yeah, this is a very, very reasonable pick. I don't think Malaysia has more mods in store on this map compared to 3 mod 1. And we see Grape joining in, and if we see Japan destroy the map within Hard Rock before, this one is harder, and we'll still destroy it.
Yep.
Grape team will make sure of that.
Yeah, 3 mod 2, much more challenging to read, because there are a lot of velocity changes, making both Hidden and Hard Rock quite dangerous to pick. But Japan ain't champions for nothing, so let's see how many of them are gonna put on Hidden Hard Rock.
Might be all 3. It's very likely.
Could be.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, we're seeing the exact same matchups in terms of the mod composition. The only difference is that Grape Tea is stepping in for Ariha. Fairly good choice, given that Ariha has been suffering a majority of the misses within the Japanese team. China, you know, fix the leaking holes, just in case.
Oh no, Jerry finding an early drop already. Accuracy drops on Malaysia's side, and Japan doing what we are afraid of.
Yep, Japan.
A double S.
All 3 players in Japan opening this song with a double S. Little scary. Of course, it's not going to last for very long, but the fact that they almost made it through a quarter of the map with all 3 of them holding is scary enough in on itself.
Yeah, finally the slowdown claimed the final double S they had, but also it claimed Hadid's combo as well as Jerry's.
100%. Vaughn, the only player remaining on the Malaysian side with a full combo, however, playing on no mod, so even a high 99 is not going to mean much against 2 mods of similar accuracy. Still, Vaughn putting in the work and is actually leading the Malaysian team individually, so maybe the better choice to keep it simple. As they say, keep it simple, stupid.
Unfortunately, keep it simple.
It doesn't work against Japan, don't get me wrong, but it does work for looking good. Oh no, but Vaughn has missed on the finishes. That is actually unfortunate. I think Vaughn over-tapped. And then what happened there, we'll never know. But yeah, Japan looking quite comfortable here. No one's missed yet.
It's only the cutting streams left.
Yeah, and the second half is more intense than the first half. My mind will be the first player from Japan to drop this late in the song.
The lead Japan has is absolutely massive though. It's not quite 800k, but it's so close. That is ridiculous.
That's actually a little scary. It is so scary that with only another 200 and something thousand points, it would have been enough for Japan to 2v3 Malaysia.
Yep.
God, man, that's scary. Player disconnect? Easy win, right? Nope. That's actually
not here.
Not in this matchup. Not against the champions. So. It's just crazy, especially because how strong Japan is. You know, as long as they can comfortably play 6 mod, if the other team can't do it, you can just straight up just win by scoring 1 million points each. Oh. Alright, Malaysia going with the rolling strategy. Hold up, he rolled an 8. Why did he jump straight to DT2?
Yeah, that's not correct.
What fake counting is that? Everyone knows you
That
go
is not
from left to
correct.
right.
This should be hard work too, but I guess they don't want that. Like, you know how sometimes when you can't decide between pizza or pasta, you make a coin flip, and if you're disappointed by the result, you know you should pick the other thing.
You're so
Maybe that's
right.
what they were doing.
You're so right. Actually insane how correct you are.
Doesn't always work. Sometimes I can get either result. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, but the other thing also sounds good still. Fuck, stupid coin, and then it lands on the side.
Crazy. Meanwhile, in the other matchup between France and New Zealand, France has just won on No Mod 6. They won by a 250,000 score, so comfortable win. So they're only at 1-1 between the two of them. So if this matchup wraps up nice and early, you guys are not going to be missing out much in that other matchup. So good thing to see that this match is going quickly, that other match is going slowly. Yep. Gotta love it.
See more player swaps on Japan's side. Can't
Oh yeah. Yeah, can too. Just, you know, trying to get some airtime. Why not? They ain't gonna be touching no dead air in this week, like many other teams have so far with the tiebreaker maps. Yep.
Quite a common tiebreaker this week.
It actually
that
has
means
been.
we see the entirety of Team Japan this week. We didn't last week.
Mm.
DT2, a Japan staple, since always.
Since always. We don't talk about the ancient scrolls that is Taiko World Cup 3. Lost in the realm of time itself. Cantu looking to make a showing and is doing so. Starting out with a double S. Over 1% everybody in Malaysia's team. But it will be Grape Tea that will be holding on to the last remaining double S between the Japanese team.
Grape Tea showing why they're the best player in Taiko. Or not.
As you do.
Jerry and Henny both still at the... Jerry still at 99% accuracy. Holding strong.
Yeah. Malaysia only having one full combo remaining in the form of Jerry. Trying to represent. Meanwhile, Japan, great tease on the double S. Necken uses 1/100 behind.
All the full combos are still intact. One found in the streams, but that's it. Can we see a double time 2 double S? It's very close. We do! Grape Tea getting the double S. Nekomusa, Kanto, and Jerry all finding a very strong full combo on their own.
Yep. And keep in mind, with OD, the OD on double time maps are higher. So it is actually much tougher to get a double S because of that. And Grape Tea's done it. Nekamusa only 100 behind. And Cantu getting 8 100s. So, Japan 5-0, looking to try and take this down with one remaining map. Malaysia desperately trying to get on the board. It's not looking great, I'll be honest. You know, we have seen a few fruitful combos here and there between the Malaysian team, but not enough to collectively front an assault against the fortress. Sorry, not even the fortress, the citadel. That is the Japanese team in this week. So,
don't worry, my mind will now play for Malaysia.
Wait, what?
Yeah, let them cook. Cook. They're playing D2-1. Let them cook.
Okay. Great. We just have to trick my mind to play for the wrong team. Very easy. So Japan decides to torture Malaysia with double time 1. Yep.
Not just as difficult as the couple last DT1s we've had, which were also not played a lot. This one has been a little bit more common as a pick.
Jerry rolled a 1. Let's go.
What is the 1 supposed to mean? Is it going to be the miscount or the accuracy?
Why not both? Alright, let's go. Grape Tea with a bit of a rough start on the 100 count.
Everyone actually is struggling. No one is holding a comfortable 99%. Nekamusa has gotten it back. But it looked rough for everyone at the start.
Cantu keeping up with Nekamusa, but not by much. Grape Tea right behind. And the Malaysian team trying their best, but Henna is struggling. Jerry just dropped the full combo. And Vaughn, the only player remaining on that full combo, is at 96%. It's a scary 96%.
Cantu's trying to get to 99% accuracy as well, like the rest of his team managed.
It is a little funny to see Japan struggling that much early on, relative to what we've been seeing throughout the entirety of the match. But they have recovered fairly quickly.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me too much on this song, because at the beginning you don't have a lot of music to go by that gets you in a stable rhythm.
And it's not like the map warms you up to it either, so you know, you're either going to hit it or you're gonna snap and you're not. So
it's a little bit of 2017's hidden legendary map Slit moment, where the intro just didn't give you anything to go by for accuracy, but destroyed you anyway.
Yeah, good days, the good old days. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the match. Japan sweeping Malaysia quite comfortably 6-0 with 3 full combos on the Japanese side to wrap up DT1. Vaughn, for his efforts, does get a full combo. Very nice. So, not too surprising within the expected matchups. The pick'ems were wildly in Japan's favor, as it usually is. But, you know, I guess Japan really wanted to try and send a message after last week. They did suffer a shock drop on Nomod 1. So, they just wanted to restore the status quo, keep things in the usual scene of things. And they've won. So, Japan moving on to the semifinals, where... who are they facing?
They're facing Taiwan.
Yep, Taiwan. So, Japan and Taiwan going to be playing next week. Asian-friendly matchup. Let's go.
Malaysia, on the other hand, dropping to the losers bracket and facing the winner of United Kingdom versus Slovakia, which will we see later today.
Yep. All right, so that's going to be it for now. We're going to keep things nice and quick because we do have the other matchup that's currently going on. So, hop on over to Netherlands and New Zealand as they're clashing it out. Currently at a 3-1 result as France is taking a lead. Will it hold? We'll find out momentarily as we move over to the B stream. And later today, we have Turkey, Indonesia, Russia, and Finland, and the UK against Slovakia to wrap up the weekend. So, Enwolf, do you want to say anything before we wrap things up?
I'll see you all later.
Yep. No worries.
I'll do it later.
Excellent. And that's going to be it, everybody. Thank you all for tuning into the Taiko World Cup quarterfinals matchup. And we'll see you all next time.